Hey trainers, what is up and welcome back to the channel. The deck I'm going to feature today is going to be a new engine based around the Ethan's Ho-Oh. So I always thought Ethan's Ho-Oh was an interesting Pokemon. It could accelerate energies onto itself through the Golden Flame ability, but then I thought wait, it was going to be played with Armarouge normally, accelerating those energies from the Ho-Oh back onto the active Pokemon, combined with a Prism energy to charge multiple types basic Pokemon, but it didn't flow really well. It had some consistency issues. So that's why I completely threw it over and combined it with Calamitous Snowy Mountains, because the thought is we accelerate energies onto ourselves. The Calamitous Snowy Mountain is going to damage that Ho-Oh, which we can accelerate back over to the opponent's side of the board through the means of Munkidori. Now, Ethan's Ho-Oh EX is not going to be just our main attacker. It's going to charge up the Ethan's Pinsir as well, because there is an increased popularity of Charizard because it was being played and had some success in multiple regionals, and that's why the Ethan's Pinsir is going to be a great counter against that, because it has the Rallying Horn. So for 3 colorless energy, it does 70 base damage, and it states if any of your Ethan's Pokemon were knocked out by damage from an attack during your opponent's last turn, this attack does 100 more damage. So the Ethan's Pinsir is going to do 170 damage, but against the Charizard, which is weak to grass, it's going to 340. So instantly knocking that out. And being a big basic deck again is going to rely as well on the counter catcher. So this is going to catch us up onto the prize race, being able to use single prize Pokemon to grab some easy knockouts, like the Ethan's Pinsir is going to counter the Charizard. Then we have the Moltres, which is going to counter those Teal Mask Ogerpon because Terra Box is still a thing. And then of course we have the Latias for the free retreat, the Versatility to get some more draw, as well as the Mega Kangaskhan. So there is a world where you always want to go second with this deck, obviously, because you can get an attack off during your first turn, but there is a world where you can start off with a Mega Kangaskhan, use Arven on your very first turn going second, utilize the Precious Trolley to get your ball state running, and then use something like Turbo Energize, and then leave the Mega Kangaskhan into the active spot as bait for the opponent to hit into, while you can charge up your board with Munkidori to be able to channel that damage back over to the opponent. I think this is a very interesting idea, and don't worry if your Mega Kangaskhan could get stuck in the active spot, because we're playing the 2 copies of Penny. Now, obviously, playing the Penny is going to have some lack on consistency during that turn, but I'd rather Penny the Mega Kangaskhan than leave it there for another turn, obviously. And of course, to get our energies out, we have means through Earthen Vessel, we have Superior Energy Retrieval, as well as One Night Stretcher, you know, to have that recovery when we quite need it. And there's the deck concept, and I can't wait to show it to you guys, so let's hop into some games and see how it rolls. I really want to start off with a Mega Kangaskhan so I get some early draw going. Not Blood Moon! I said Kangaskhan. Oh well. It's not a big deal. Munkidori. Suppose this can be Dragapult or Gardevoir, perhaps even that Taunt Box. That's going to be a problem if they place some cornerstones. They pass the turn. Alright, how are we going to plan this? I suppose let's start off with an Arven. Oh, I was about to get the trolley. Well, I suppose no trolley going on now. I can still get some damage on me. Well, I'd love to get that Kangaskhan though. Alright, Nestball, Air Balloon. Nestball for the Ho-Oh. Put the Calamitous Mountain into play. Get some chip damage on me so we can transfer that over next turn perhaps. We can have a big Lily. Either if we top decked something like the Earthen Vessel, we could Earthen Vessel the energies on here, Penny the Blood Moon, and jobs are good. But we get to see how their turn pans out now. It's going to be in Team Evo. I suppose there's an Arven coming, so I suppose this is going to be Gardevoir. Right, we'll see the Earthen Vessel here. They will most likely want to attach a Dark Energy. Yeah, they want to attach the Dark and play a Lily, perhaps. See, now they can transfer over some damage. And an Ino. Oh, thank you very much. Now the odds are higher we get to draw into 2 fires, or perhaps just the 1 fire. Alright, Nestball coming in. They found themselves a Ralts though. That's good of them. Nestball perhaps for another Ralts. And they're looking to either both of them. Oh, true, we have the Latias though, so we don't need the Penny for the Blood Moon. So I can bench the Latias, bench the Munkidori, and just Ino, then hope I get to draw into some more fires so I can get an attack off. Oh, and Secret Box to boot? Wow. You got yourselves an explosive turn, but you do have a 2-prizer onto the bench. That's good, but I suppose they didn't want to pay recovery items just to get that Clefairy back into play, so I get it. But it's a liability now, though. Oh, and the research. And an Artisan? Well, there goes my stadium. Artisan does give us another Munkidori, though. So I can bench the Latias, Munkidori, Artisan for another Munkidori, thin out the deck, and then play a big Ino on top of it. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Right, another Nesball for the Mew. Get to draw more cards. Man. But just having that one rolls is not going to cut it for you. Man, what I wouldn't do for a boss's orders now. But then again, we don't have enough energy for the knockout. Oh, a failed Team Evo. Well, that is interesting, though. This changes things. This changes things a lot. So I can pay the Blood Moon, promote the Kangaskhan, get some more draw going, and perhaps even get another fire, so I can get the knockout here. Let's not overbench ourselves. No, sir. Right, Penny the Blood Moon. We don't need you quite yet. Draw. And there's an Earthen Vessel, though. So we have the knockout. Interesting. Golden Flame. Both fire energies onto the Ho-Oh and a retreat into the Ho-Oh and do some shiny feather shenanigans. Nice. For the first prize card. There's our trolley. I suppose we don't need it anymore now. I suppose I could have benched the other Munkidori though. Alright, Screamtail coming in. Do they have the Candy Gardevoir? Research. I mean, they're really counting on it. Do they have one in the discard? No, they don't. They have an Ultra Ball though. No Candy in the discard, just 2 energies. 4 energies now, of which there are only 2 Psychic, and preemptively attached onto the Screamtail. This is going to be interesting. I suppose I really do want to find me a Lily here, but then again, Lily's not going to grant enough resources, I suppose. But I can thin out the trolley, that is, if they can get a knockout, I can bench the Fairs. Another Munkidori perhaps. Interesting. They still only have 2 Psychic energies in discard. That's only 40 damage with the Screamtail. Or perhaps with a full bench, you can have a knockout on the Ho-Oh. But I didn't overbench. So that was good I didn't bench the Munkidori, because otherwise Clefairy could have taken a knockout on me. Oh, but I suppose you can now. Or not. So that's 100, 120, 40, 60, 80, 220. Ooh, we still live. Okay, this is interesting though. Only 1 energy back there. I suppose I want to thin out the trolley. I don't want to Ino them. See, they only have 2 cards. Yeah, I want another Ho-Oh. There we go. And I do want to get myself the Dark Energy too if I was able, but I'm not. I can't even find anything now. Okay, I suppose this is just going to be Shining Feathers then. Oops. I gave my opponent more resources. I didn't find resources myself. This is not good. Oh, they have 2 Munkidoris now. So I can suppose they can just finish off my Ho-Oh. Yeah, damn. Now I wanted that superior. So maybe it was just for the best that I just hit into it without playing the Ino. Earthen Vessel, more Psychics coming in. And I suppose they want to take a bench knockout on the Ho-Oh or just swing into the Kangaskhan. That's fine for me because I have Penny in hand. But then again, don't have resources, so it doesn't really matter. It's the retreats. Probably into the Screamtail? Yeah. So you need to get 6 energies on there, my friend. There's the Arven, though. Suppose for an Ultra Ball? To get rid of the Psychic energies they just found in order to have the knockout. Yeah. Alright, so now there's 4 of them. So you need 2 more to get a knockout onto the Ho-Oh. I wonder if you're able to find them. Or perhaps they can just pre-place some damage onto the Kangaskhan. Or perhaps Sniper Munkidori even. There's 4. You're doing 160. So perhaps this might be going onto the Mega Kangaskhan. So you 2-shot it. No, it's going to be on the Munkidori. They're going quite aggressive now. Alright, there's the Dark Energy, but there's no damage on the board for us. So I suppose I can run errant now. If I find myself a superior energy retrieval, which I don't, this is too bad. I mean, I can bench the Ho-Oh, play a Lily on top. Now I really want to find myself... Alright, so I guess nothing now. But I have the capability to trap the Gardevoir. Yeah, let's just do that. Counter Catcher onto the Gardevoir. There you go. Don't need to play something else. We just play the waiting game. I mean, we have Arven for Earthen Vessel next turn. Yeah, we're quite good. Or, no, what am I saying? Earthen Vessel. I might as well get the Superior Energy Retrieval to get all those fire energies into play. Then we can channel over some damage onto the Screamtail. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. So Superior first. Accelerate onto the Ho-Oh. Perhaps even Night Stretcher or Darkback. Yeah. This is going to do good. Yeah, they're taking Clefairy damage. I mean, I suppose... No. Yeah, their focus is going to be onto the Kangaskhan now. Ooh, attach for turn. Yeah, you're going to stick there. Damn, there's the Artisan. And an Aino to boot. I mean, I suppose this is good for us. We have more resources. But what are the odds you have... Oh, Team Evo, nice. But I suppose you can't Evo something. You just pray you wanted something like an energy and a discard card. So you can discard that energy, accelerate it to Gardevoir, and then retreat it back into Screamtail. But this has bought me a turn, and I'm quite happy about it. So we have the Arven for the Superior. I suppose we don't need the Nestball anymore. Yeah, grabbing Double Dark. And do I want to channel the damage onto the Screamtail? I suppose not, right? So 60 is 140. That is the knockout on the Screamtail. So I suppose I really do want... So I can play Arven, get rid of Aino. Oh, I want a Bravery Charm as well. Didn't even play the Run Errand yet. So let's do that first, before we play the Superior. There's the Vessel. I really want the Aino for next turn. So I suppose I Adrenabrain first. 30 there, another 30 there. From this to that, boom. And then we're still behind on prizes. Another Counter Catcher, good. Now we can Counter Catcher onto the Lily's Clefairy. Can knock that out. And perhaps next turn even, we can win. Alright, getting rid of Vessel Stretcher. Get myself the fire energies back to there and to there. Right, and now he retreats into the Ho-Oh for the knockout. Man, this was an explosive turn. Now you're only down to 3 cards. So I'm really excited. What are you going to do now? As you can't get the knockout on the Mega Kangaskhan unless you have a Drifloon or something. But then again, you need so much. Still, only have 5 energies into the discard. Alright, mate. What are you doing? Stretch it back the Screamtail, I suppose? Or just the Dark? Okay. 30, 60, 90. 90 plus 190 is 280. Yeah, they're knocking out the Ho-Oh now. Perhaps not. Oh, are they looking to copy the Kangaskhan's attack? Ooh, that's interesting. I don't know. But you do have a damaged Mew now. So if I do manage to find myself the other Superior, that is going to be GG's. You have 100 damage though. If I get myself the Stadium, I suppose. And there's the Arven. Okay, Arven Counter Catcher. But you're ahead of prizes. No, you're behind. Yeah, it's going to be the Kangaskhan. Interesting though. If you flip 1 heads, you win the game. And if you don't, I win the game. Right, mate. This is going to be interesting. Lost Adrenabrain. 90 damage. Come on. And a restart to boot. Okay, what are we doing? Genome hacking. Let's go. Come on. What's it going to be? Oh, straight tails! Let's go! Never punished. GG's, my friend. Now I can just Adrenabrain the damage back onto you and strike with the Ho-Oh. Damn, that was an explosive match. Alright, GG's to my opponent. Let's hop into another one. This game... Again, the Pinsir. Oh god. Do I have myself a good starting hand now? If anything goes right, I can get the knockout on the first hoot, depending what they switch into though. Oh, this is going to be another Raging Ball variant. Right, Earthen Vessel. Get yourself Lightning Fighting, as usual, and accelerate it onto the Raging Ball. Yeah. Is this going to be a pass? Ooh. And a penny to boot. Okay. Oh, but I do really want to... Oh, wait. I can Trolley Air Balloon. I have Trolley Air Balloon. Let's go. But I have nothing else going on. That's just going to be trolley air balloon. Air balloon there. Trolley. I suppose I could have thinned out the nest ball, but it's good to have the nest ball for late game though. I do have Latias. I don't need to put Latias into play just now. So I suppose just go for this quad, then retreat into the Kangaskhan and perhaps play the Calamitous Snowy Mountain. If they get more energies into play, I can damage them. Okay, that's going to be the best run errand I've ever seen. Okay. Nevertheless, the board is looking good. There's the damage on the Hoot. It's what we love. If I can get more damage onto the Ho-Oh, then transfer that with Munkidori, that Hoot is not going to stay for very long. There's the Area 0. But you don't have a Terra Pokemon into play. Ooh. Are you looking to get a knockout onto the Kangaskhan? 7, 14, 21. Do you have a Tildance? Then you have 28. It's Burst Roar. Ooh, we hate to see it. Yeah, there's... Now I'm stuck there with the Kangaskhan. Yeah, I didn't realise just yet. I suppose I could go for the Double Dark here, but I have no damage on the board. So we'll have to play the Lilies. Except if I draw into... This is going to be good late game. Yeah, I suppose. Another fire. There we go. And play a Lily on top. Or an Ino even. I think I want to play the Ino on top. They can get the knockout onto the Ho-Oh. They're gearing up to get the knockout onto the Kangaskhan. I'm fine with that. Oh, there's the Bravery Charm though. I'd like to see you try now. I have an Earthen Vessel for next turn to get my Munkidoris charged up. And I think I want to do that in advance. Oh, I should have... attach the dark now. Then I've used the ability next turn. We'll see. We'll see how this pans out. Suppose I could already transfer 30 damage from the Mega Kangaskhan onto the Hoot. Play the Penny onto the Kangaskhan. Yeah, I think we're in a good position. Because I'm also recycling the Bravery Charm here. Are you looking to get a knockout on the Munkidori? I suppose you do. Then it's, Dragon Headbutt. You go for the one prize, I suppose. Might as well promote the Kangaskhan now. Yeah, there goes the nest balls. I can play the Pheasantipity if I want to play the Penny onto the Kangaskhan, but let's run errant first. Because they have a single prize in the active spot, and I don't want them to. I mean, their prize raise is just knocking out that Kangaskhan. So if I limit them to it, that's going to be beneficial for me. Alright. Benching the Fizz, drawing with Fizz first, and if I drew into Latias, or yeah, no, I have to play the Penny. Ooh, I have the counter catcher though. I didn't realise just yet. I can play the Penny onto the Kangaskhan, and I go with the 2/2/2 prize race. All right, let's go. Promote the Ethan's Ho-Oh. Not going to bench it just yet. Not again. Bravery Charm, I suppose, onto the Munkidori. Alright, just to play the counter catcher. That first. I think I want to bench the other Ho-Oh. Now, let's see how far they get. But they have 280, so that was probably not the best idea. But now I can channel over some damage from the Munkidori onto the Hoot to get ahead in prizes. Need 13 more. Right. This is going to work. Now they have no terror on the board, so they can't utilize the Noctowl. Nest Ball Dark. So there's my Latias. Suppose I can promote the Pheasantipity next turn. Nest Ball for Latias. Pheasantipity first. See what we can work with. Superior Energy Retrieval. We still have the Stadium though. But then again, we don't have a second Munkidori. But that doesn't matter. If they don't evolve that Hoot, we can just knock it out. And if we don't bench the Kangaskhan again, we won't be in trouble. Alright, energy switch, I suppose for the lightning energy. Oh, is this going to be it? I suppose it is. Although, we're only capped at 160. I suppose we can't knock something out next turn. Ooh, boss's orders. Onto the Pheasantipity. Well, that is interesting. Because now, I can grab myself a Munkidori. I can channel over some oh, how am I going to plan this? Oh wait, so I need to have 60 damage somehow. I only have one energy in the discard. Double Munkidori. I'll promote the Pinsir just to be safe. I do have counter catcher though. I can get the one prize. For sure, that's good enough. Save the Night Stretcher. Go for a Nuzball for a Munkidori. Let's check the... I just have the one energy left. I have Earthen Vessel though. That's not going to cut it. We have Arven for Countercatcher. But they have no Terror in play. If I don't knock something out now, that's all fine, I suppose. But I think it's best to go for the Raging... Oh, damn. No, I can't knock something out. I shouldn't. But it's best to place some damage on the Fizz. So you need 2 Munkidoris next turn in order to knock that out. Alright, let's do that. Somewhere else. Get you there. I suppose I can get this energy back with the Superior, because I have another Superior left. I think get some more chip damage onto it. Perhaps I'll just play the Night Stretcher. That's better, perhaps. Right, Golden Flame onto this one. And then utilize the other Munkidori to get some more chip damage onto that Fez. Right, let's do it. 20 there. Then this one's going to have 180, which is getting knocked out by a Munkidori. The Hoot is getting knocked out by a Munkidori. I suppose we're all fine. And we have the Blood Moon for next turn, and the Kangaskhan, and the Superior. And there's not much they can do. Alright, I suppose this was good. I mean, yeah, now that you have the Area 0, but you can't extend the bench because you don't have a Terra Pokemon. I think this was good. To not take a knockout, and not let them have a Terra Pokemon, so they could play the Noctowl. And now, you can play the Stardust Vitality, can get a knockout on the Ho-Oh, but then next turn, I can get a knockout in return. And that is going to be GG's, my friends. Alright. Ooh, you're sniping. Are you going to snipe the Munkidori? Oh, this I don't like. Oh, Dragon Headbutt. Interesting, though. I suppose that's GG's as well. I can get 2 prizes there, 1 prize there, and it can knock you out. Yep. I suppose this wasn't the best play. I mean, it was even better if you would take the knockout onto the Raging Ball, but I suppose you whiffed on the Lightning Energy. Oh man. Well, nevertheless, GG's, my friends. And that is a big 4 prize turn. And a Shining Feathers to boot. And that wraps up today's video. If you find this video helpful, please drop a like and subscribe, as well as letting me know down in the comments if you want to try this deck out yourself, or if you want to change out some cards to improve its consistency, or you have complete other ideas, please let me know. And if you want to stick around for a little bit longer, I've got more deck profiles, gameplay videos, and learn to play coming your way. And with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.